should consumers or taxpayers or BHP pay for the cost of climate change? Who's going to pay? How will we divvy up the cake? Well, there's a nice cop-out. There's a nice solution to hard questions about who's going to win and who's going to lose. And it's called economic growth. We say next year the cake will be bigger and we can all be better off. So let's not have a big fight about whether I pay or you pay. It's usually the person that's expected to pay that starts this conversation. Alright, let's not have a big fight about whether it's me or you. Surely we can all agree that we should be better off if we all work together and grow the cake. Next year the cake can be even bigger, and then we can all have a bigger slice. So we like to avoid flat-out distributional stoushes about who's going to pick up the tab for certain things. And the real problem for us, this is the biggest economic problem of all, is that we've invented a system that's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant, at avoiding questions about distribution, avoiding questions about who should pay, because we've grown the cake so effectively. Okay, and most people have signed up for the idea that, hey, we can all be winners next year. The problem is that we've avoided that distributional fight, but in doing so we've created literally a global environmental problem. The process of growth that's driven that sort of solution to who should get which bit of the cake has made us build such a big cake that we just can't keep it going anymore. So the usual way that we as individuals and we within a democracy resolve really hard conflicts about winners and losers, the usual way is to say, hey, if we're all a bit patient, we can all win. Well, climate change has come along and really pricked our bubble. Because it said, hey, you just can't keep growing like this forever. You're actually going to have to do two things that are hard at the same time. One, you're going to have to spend some money fixing climate change. And two, you're going to have to stop using economic growth as your solution to who should have to pay for everything. So when we talk about introducing an emissions trading scheme, when we talk about a carbon tax, when we talk about doing anything that's going to be effective at reducing climate change, you're talking about something that's going to drive up the cost of pollution. And you can't drive up the cost of pollution without driving up the cost of everything that relies on that pollution. Doesn't mean we can't switch away to other things and cope in all sorts of nice technological ways. We can. I really don't think the sky will fall. But we as a society have to figure out whether it's BHP or retirees who are going to fit the bill for paying for higher energy prices. Because every dollar we spend compensating the polluters is a dollar that we don't have left to compensate the consumers. Now there's a question here, should I take it or should I shut up?
No, we'll have questions after the break if it's all right.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
So as a break, then we'll have the third speaker. We still should have half an hour for questions.